Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this first open Patreon paint along recording. I've edited it a little bit just to make it digestible for you guys. Um, we are going to be handling some easy to paint cobblestone, some easy to paint barrel, a little bit more of an intermediate approach to the leather on her boots, and the homework that is painting the other boot. The next session will start on the 7th of July, and we'll be continuing her. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please do let me know. And you can find the Discord and the link below. Other than that, I wish you all the best of luck. Don't be too rough on yourself. You'll get there regardless, and it should all be good. So, yeah, have fun. And remember, if you have any questions, please let me know. And good luck. Hope to see you on Monday. Chai chai. Good day, good day. It is that you see my wet palette now. You know why? Because this is a very important part of the stream today. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello. Look, noise. Hello, y'all. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm gonna let everybody roll in slowly. I have prepped my model as well. She is now very black and very matte, so the color shouldn't be all goody. Buenas noches, Mr. Flamingo, Senor Flamingo, and Senor Zacariel. Hello, hello, Maddie, Fat B, and Ian Sattler. Welcome. Ian. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? I'm gonna be working and lurking. Well, you enjoy that, boy. Talking about lurking, give me a second. We'll be waiting for everybody to roll in. Don't know how many we are, but we're starting around 9 regardless. Make sure your model is primed. I prime mine black because black is very forgiving when it comes to making minor mistakes. Also, I'll be referring to colors as tones or, you know, Rhea Sadler? Wait, you have 2 accounts? What the hell? Welcome in, Mr. Gray. How are you doing? But, we'll slowly be starting when we're ready. We'll probably start by doing the base a little bit dark gray. Get a little bit of a feel, you know. I'm not staying, just wanted to sweep you on. It's all good, Gray, my dude. You do you, boo. And then we'll slowly work our way up. I did not do a sub-assembly. You, of course, are free to do whatever you want. It is your model, after all. But we will see how it goes. There you go. Have you seen my DM on Discord? Yes, the private message with the gray shirt thing. You might want to turn down the music a smidge. Alright. Later, Gray, later. On my PC it was fucky, so I just nice. Bodacious Spy, you have a good lurk, my dude. How's it now? Is this better? Do you like the voice better now, included with the music? Jag tror så här. Voice do be better, definitely better. Very nice. Lekker. 2 lives in one day. It is my birthday. There you go, unlucky, my dude. Did you manage to grab yourself a model as well? Hello, Horde. Welcome in, my dude. Are you joining us for the paint along, or just here for the beats? Hello, Mr. Heretic Scott. See you when I get home. Oh, really? Enjoy the owlbear painting? Mr. Scott, how you doing? Loved your model, my dude. I'm gonna look up something real quick. While we wait, I'll be applying some paint to another one. What up, everybody? Welcome in. Gotta base this little boil. So while we wait for everybody to arrive, we got like 15 minutes. Thanks, my dude. I'm working on it as we speak. Very nice, very nice. Would love to have you lurk in the background. But if you ain't feeling it, then that's alright as well. Luckily though, it's already been primed, minus the boot. Yeah, I mean, it's your, it is your mini after all, right? I was not sure whether or not I wanted to do something with the boot, so in the end, I did do something with the boot. The boot. Let's brand this first before we start ads. And this will be recorded for the Patreon or Twitch VOD? Both. Both. Omicron, how you doing, man? Long time no see. Welcome in, welcome in. We're doing something a little bit different than usual. We got a little paint along going on. Talking about recording, it's a good thing you said that because I'll be recording it on my camera as well. So we can do the little zoomsy zooms. That also means that I am thoroughly stuck, connected, or whatever you call it, to the 2-hour mark. Been a while. You're on during the day. You're not. Why are you like this, Omi? My model needs a little more primer. Go, man, you've got time. Add a little bit. Squirt that bitch, boy. Let me see, what was I gonna do again? Oh yeah. Let me show you. How's life, Omi? Yes. Reject. Ay, caramba. Bing bong. There we go. What model are you painting along to? Everybody that is joining us has gotten themselves this lady. And if you want to join in, you can, because everything will be recorded and you can join in as it progresses. I'm gonna brush on a little primer. Onto the base, that is. Welcome in, everybody. This is something a little bit different than usual. During the day, we got the banter around, have fun type of deal going on. And tonight, I'll be teaching you guys some smooth-ass techniques to get you started within mini painting. If you want to join in, you can order the model anywhere on the globe, except for Asia, I believe. But you can, but there's a lot of shipping costs involved. Other than that, we're just trying to have a little bit of a fun time while we wait, because we start in about 10 minutes. I'm do some commission work to prep everything up. This one will be picked up Wednesday. Can't complain except about the weather. In what sense, dog? Back to And before I get to basing, I basically need to have this bottom primed up so the texture paint will hold itself better to the base. It's hot and humid today all day. Isn't that always the case where you're from? Aren't you always hot and humid? Hot and humid, mate. For the patrons, feel free to jump on the Discord, chat with one another, assist one another while we paint. For the rest of you, if you want to hop onto the Discord, there's also a non-patron area where you can hang out. Feel free to do so if you feel like you want some company as you paint. I'll be doing it here mostly, first of all, to promote the Patreon, obviously. Your support would be highly valued. But if you don't feel like supporting the Patreon, absolutely make use of this opportunity to learn some things. I'll not be going very high level painting, just needs to look good. Probably go do some dry brushing and some glazing techniques and stuff like that. I'll try and show as much as possible, and during the stream, if you have any questions in regards to what you're seeing, obviously feel free to ask away, ladies and gentlemen. That's what these 2 hours are for. Yeah, so in a second I'll be going off to grab a drink real quick, so I can fully focus on the painting itself. And then in about 8 minutes we're gonna get started. I'll slowly introduce you guys to how I approach my work and stuff like that. I will probably get the base done and the base coats done on the bottom, the boots, and we'll slowly start working our way up. We'll do the barrel as well. And yeah, man, I'll be talking tones. Don't doubt the process, don't doubt your own process. Be realistic of where you are at the moment as a painter. How big is your brush? Kai, you come visit me, bro. I'll show you how big my brush is, bro. I'm an old cripple tonight, so gonna put you on the... Oh my god, look at this big TV, everything. Batin Bailey Sweeter, how you doing, man? Long time no see. Kai as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. I just prepped this one for for the basing, which I'll do tomorrow. Also, for those of you that want to join in, you can still get this model through Horde. Mr. Flamingo, Raging if you're in Australia, and this is the one we'll be painting. We'll not go too in depth because I want you guys to finish a model as well. We got a total of 10 hours to paint it. Is starting with the base and working up best practice an individual thing or model specific. I feel like building up the layers, we're gonna do some building up of layers, some shading and things like that. Bugstia, welcome in, welcome in. Oh wait, I have that one. But standing with a beer and sword. Kai, I highly doubt you need my input because your work is amazing as it is. But we'll be painting this one up together. We'll start off with a little bit of dry brushing and I'll explain the process as we go. Now I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. I'll leave the cam on and we'll start painting in about 5 to 10 minutes. I'll be back before that time, but it's all good. If you want this one through Horde, Brush 2024, it's El Cheapo with 15% discount. You'll grab this one and you can paint along. Every episode will be recorded both on here and I'll upload the episodes to YouTube with zoom-ins and smooth editing and stuff like that. You know what it is. But regardless of that, I'll be back in a moment. Please let anybody new coming in, let them know that we'll be back in a moment. And I suggest you grab something to drink as well. Prep yourself or put myself in the background as we start doing this. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And yeah, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. And as always, thank you for being here. Ladies and gentlebobs, I am LeBack. Putting on a glove. Hope y'all prepped, ready. Whoop. There you go. I hope y'all are ready. Grab myself a glass of orange juice. Let's see. Palette. Is it visible and clear to see? Is the music nice? Orange juice is very nice. Alright. It is 9 o'clock. I hope everybody, I think except for Dime, because it should be here. And yeah, so what's gonna happen and what we're gonna need. We will be painting this lady. We will start at the bottom. Everything is okay, let's rock. Very nice, very nice. Have fun, kiddos. Wait, you're leaving? We're gonna start at the bottom. Now these are pebbles and rocks. Because we're going to be painting this one a little bit brown and her skin light, the boots, I think reddish, brown, whatever. You can do suggestions as well. We're gonna start off with this one. We're gonna be doing some dry brushing on this. As we go, I'll explain all the steps we are going through. A lot of this for me is instinctual. A great time, yeah, everybody, great time. Thanks for being here. I'll go through all the steps as I go through them and explain them, because most of this stuff I do almost instinctual now. I don't really think about it too much. All I know is that there's like a certain idea. I imagine une idée, and when the idea comes to life, I just paint, and if I don't like something, I flip back. Welcome in, Bonko. Hello. So I want to keep it as pure as possible. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. My main focus will be on getting paint on the model, but also to give you that experience that we normally do on Patreon. That is also the reason that I'm doing this. We do this on Patreon every month. To give you an example of what we painted in the past, we painted up Darth Revan together, where we go through all these steps of getting to this point without using an airbrush, for example. We did OSL and stuff like that on that one, and Hancock over here, we did textures on the model. So it's mostly one or two new things, and then the rest is basically your own input. And I wanted to have you guys experience this as well, because truth be told, I would love to grow my Patreon. I would love to grow as a content creator, but in that growth, I hope to help you grow as a mini painter as well. So yeah, all the redeems have been canceled. Thank you, Maddie, because we're working on a model. And to start off, we're just gonna start off nice and easy. So I'm gonna take a cold gray, bluish, and over here you can see the palette. It's so beautiful. It's so easy. And I use a wet palette for this. You can also do whatever you like. I mean, I would never, but you could. Exactly. Maddie would never do that. So if you're in doubt, just watch the palette or ask a question. I will use my glove to show you the density of the paint. And we're just gonna slap on the first layer. We're gonna start at the bottom. This really can't go bad. You do want to thin your paint a little bit as well. And we use the wet palette for that, because the wet palette, if we seal it, it gives us all the time to work it. Work it, work it. And if you put your wet palette with a closed lid in the refrigerator, then it should stay well and good for a very long time. And with this one, don't really think about it, man. Just slap it on there. Doesn't really matter. It's the first layer. Can't really go wrong, to be fair. I mean, honestly, if you start doubting yourself at this point, you're probably a very good painter, but the issue might not be your painting, but your confidence. And we're just gonna apply this layer. I'm gonna do, uh-oh, the mic went away. There we go, should be back now. Still getting used to this. Also, a little bit of a, there we go, mucho betero. And while we do this, if you have any questions, just let me know. If you want to know my credit card number, that is off limits, but most of the questions are all welcome. Hey, lads and lasses. If you have a bigger brush, you can use a bigger brush, obviously. But I like to take my time because this also gives me time to think about, it's weird not to have a face cam. Oh no! I broke off her short, and I don't know where it went. Oh well. I am sorry. She's one sword less powerful. Don't know where it went though. It fled. I'm free! That's basically what it shouted. I'm sorry, Horde. Please don't hit me. Also, I'm using an old brush for this. Hate? You better find it. Hey, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. But I'm using an old brush for this because this is, you know, just rough work. Doesn't really matter. Just need to get the paint on here now. And for now. But yeah, be careful with it because you might break off her sword. The reason I add a little bit of water to the paint every time is so when it dries, it seals itself nice and tight over the layers that we're applying. So what's her story? Like, why do I, like, I mean, why does she show her feet? Legend has it, Kai, that she heard that you were watching and she knew that you were an absolute fiend when it comes to bare feet. So yeah, pro tip, don't break the mini. Exactly, Maddie. So yeah, that's basically her story, man. She's trying to swoon you, brother. She wants that Kai touch. Oh, it actually broke into multiple pieces. Found a bit here. Ah, less to paint. She used to be a stripper, exactly. If she misses Kai as a customer, does it work that way? I don't know, but that is her story now. I'm sorry. Now, why does it not matter to get your paint everywhere? We're gonna paint over all the bits that we still have, so it doesn't really matter that like a part of her boot is gray as well, because we're just gonna work through all of this and cover it back up. But if we can just let ourselves go as we paint this, you know, who cares? Just make something beautiful out of it, yeah, any mate. Be sure to let the paint dry. So I'm just blowing air over the paint to let it dry nice and tight. And then we're gonna add another layer, slowly. And then for the dry brushing in a minute, I use a texture palette, and I'll show you guys in a moment. Also why I use the texture palette. You might as well, could as well use paper, but paper tends to take in particles. In texture palettes, you don't have to get an expensive one. You could either get a printed one and... Oh shit, I'm Fixa, tier 1 sub for 2 months. I'm Fixa, welcome back, how you doing? Hello, Mr. Robao, hello, welcome in. Nice to see you guys, man. You have a good zoom in, very clear. And still show with no details? Brother, it is a 4K camera, I hope so. How much time do I have for recording? Doesn't say. Okay, well, we'll go as long as we can. Why can't we see your bushy beard? Because I wanted to show you guys the palette so you can paint along. I'm doing good on Fixa, man. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. And thank you so much for the resub, man. Much appreciated. I want to paint along too. Why did you not order the model, bro? Brewski. Because the shipping cost was double the cost of the model? To Poland? Really? Fixa, are you joining in or well, you could have just said something like that. We could have arranged something. I mean, you know, you said me feedback, I paid the model for you. That's basically, you know, it is an approach. Chatting while paint dries? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, feel free to hop on the Discord together if you guys want, man. It's all good. Thanks, but it's okay. I'll join next time. Brother, man. Doesn't really matter. More than willing to help you out. But if I do not know it, I cannot help. Wait, you're not on Discord? No, I told you guys, I can be on Discord if I'm focusing on streaming. But you guys can hop on Discord together. I will take an hour this week though to chill with the patrons to go through some of the things that are relevant to this. Or we can just hang, whatever you guys want. What are you up to, Fix? Are you painting as well at the moment, or just chilling to the liquid drum and bass beats? Now, as I am assuming that a bunch of you are either new to this or haven't painted that often, I'm not painting, just chilling. Very nice, my dude. Have a long day. So I was thinking of approaching this with a dry brush, doing dry brushing, but also a little bit of texturing on the pebbles to bring it to life. This reminds me of the olden TikTok days, man, I'm not gonna lie. Just my hands on the screen. Few hours of work, then just chilling. Nice, my dude. Can I ask what type of work do you do? And for that, for the texturing, let me see, what do we do? Are you guys open to a little bit of mixing? Heavy hauler? Dude, you must be strong as a king. Whenever I hear strong, I think of that scene with Game of Thrones. Gods, I was strong back then. Donkey? Damn, Robo. You guys don't know one another that way and you make that joke. Brother. So yeah. Let us grab the dry brushes. Oh yes, mixing. Yeah, if you guys want to do some mixing. Did you get this many as well? Are you joining in, Kai? Or I'm just curious a little bit. Seeing as you are already well developed as a painter. Alright, let's blend these colors together a little bit because we're going to dry brush over them anyway. But I just want to show you guys how you can add a little bit of life to it. So we're going to take a green. So you can take any green you want, just make sure it's not too bright. For me, I'm using Elysian green. We're going to water it down to almost a glaze consistency. And we're just going to stipple it onto the base. So I'll show you all these terms, what they mean. Fuck them. If they're not relevant to you yet, don't mind them. I'm going to take a little bit of paint, slap it on that bitch. and I'll show you guys the consistency. No, I can't have a project for my mom and I'm way behind schedule. It's all good, man. I appreciate you spending your time lurking here though. I take a lot of paint on my brush, sorry, a lot of water on my brush, and I mix it in. And for this, I'm gonna take an olden brush, and I'm gonna mix in a lot of water. Almost having it look like it's beyond the glaze, basically. Then I clean my brush. I move away from the microphone to breathe in. So here you go. And then the consistency or the thickness of the paint that we're looking for should be about this consistency. So it's very watery, almost like a glaze. I'm gonna start stippling it onto the base of the model. And do this as well on your hand. Take off a little bit of the excess paint. It'll be almost see-through, but some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain. Now, if you have a dry brush, you can use a dry brush. I'm gonna use a GW one because my Artist Opus ones are very expensive and I don't really want to destroy them that way. So I'm gonna take this one with a flat head. Such wet, very nice. You know what it is. You don't want to overload your brush, so you just want to like this, and then we just start stippling it onto the model. Let me remove this so you guys can actually see. And you're just gonna randomly stipple it onto the base. Now we could go a lot deeper than this, but I think this in and of itself is a very easy way to get like a little bit of life to the whole model. And the green should be contrasting nice with the wood of the barrel once we get to that. Again, do not mind any spilling, do not mind any over, how do you say this? Any over, like touching all the other parts. You just want to stipple it on. Don't think about it too much. Let me see if I can get this light in a better position. There we go. Is that better? You can do it on the boot as well, doesn't really matter. And what we're gonna look at also is try to get more green visible on this end, because that's her, like, you know, viewing line. That's the way. Hey guys, welcome in. Casual raid, fucking love it. Welcome in everybody, man. Thank you so much for the raid. I don't know if any of the mods are here, but can we get a shout out for Kaz? And if that is not possible, I'll do it myself. But welcome in everybody, man. Kaz is leaving us for a month, Brush? Why are you doing this, Kaz? Why are you like this, bro? Brush is licking yet again. Yeah, no face cam this time though. I'm actually teaching. If you guys want to join in, feel free to order the model. Everything will be recorded. Everything will be put up on YouTube and is on Twitch as well. But yeah, you're moving? Nice, man. Very nice. Congrats again. You said this the last time we were, I think we were chatting or in, can't remember whose stream we were in. Teaching how to be a goober 101. Exactly. Goober 101. Normally I do this on Patreon, but I thought I'd open it up. Moving is fun. I just moved my leg. Bro, 50% bigger is still a bigger apartment though. Congratulations, man. How is your stream though? How's life, brother man? How is the Dane? The big old Dane. Der Danske. Gaz is being selfish. What a goober, right? I'm moving all the time, Robo. Obviously. Very nice. When you've done this, be sure to immediately clean your dry brush because you don't want to have it cake on your dry brush and throw away your dry brush because of that. Now, I don't know if everybody has what's the word I'm looking for again? Don't know if everybody has contrast paints or shades. Oh yeah, also everybody that came in with Kaz, in all honesty, normally I have a face cam and everything, but tonight, every Monday night this month, we're doing something a little bit different. Where everybody that is joining in to paint, we're painting this model together, and I'll take you through all the steps so you can learn how to be a different painter. I'm doing great, got a new science lab at work. Yeah, he said this, man. I am moving stuff already at work. Going on summer vacay tomorrow. Life is just good. Very good to hear, man. Very good to hear. So normally you buy a shade for this stuff, but now I'm using a black. Do not mind the model air type of thing, that really doesn't matter. You just want a black paint. And we're gonna thin it down to like the same consistency again. Let's cook, Mr. White. Correct. Because we're gonna fill in the gaps. You can also do this with a very, very dark brown. But we're gonna use black for ease of use and for getting used to this type of deal. Where are you painting, Kaz? I think you were painting, no? And again, this one, nice and thin. You kind of want a shade. And for those of you who do not want a shade, so let me just put it this way. If you have a shade, you can just use non-oil or Agrax Earth shade. If you do not have a shade, you're gonna want to thin your paint down to a very thin consistency. And we're gonna stripe in all these little nooks and crannies. Make sure it is thin enough that it basically falls into the recesses. Oh, one of my graduation students gifted me a Monster energy drink and chocolate. Damn, bro. 1100 wizards for my DM. Just a quick 2-hour paint job each, nothing special. Very nice though. Very nice though. It's gonna make a lot of people happy. Enjoy Elden Ring, Robal. Be sure that this paint falls into the nooks and crannies. Again, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be like perfect. You just want the colors in, because when we're gonna start dry brushing these pebbles, they'll blend nicely in with the rest. But for now, we want a little bit of distinction on the base. Stalker, but thank you. Hey, it's all good, man. If you have enough water in your brush, it should almost like fall into place. You can make it as dark as you want, as light as you want. Doesn't really matter. We just want to accentuate the pebbles. And again, I'll not make a professional painter out of you, but I'm hoping this will help you get at least some ideas to use for future reference when you want to achieve something. Because if you want to become a really good painter, you're gonna have to put in the time, you know. You want to caress the pebbles, touch them softly, love them, embrace them, take them along for a ride, you know. Did we get a shout out for you, Kaz? Because if not, I'm gonna do it in a second. Softly. You did? Thank you so much, Sicario. If you missed it, please click Kaz's name. He'll be gone for a month, but when he gets back, he's gonna stream again, obviously. Also, the man does fucking amazing speeches. I didn't even know him back then, but during Christmas, he had me to tears when I was listening to his speech. It was really nice to hear that the community on Twitch loves each other so much and looks after one another. Even though I know I'm busy, I try to keep an eye and keep tabs on all of you, but you know, I am also just human. Cost probably not, but please take your time with this. However, don't look for perfection. Pebbles are never perfect, you know that, right? The mini painting community is the best ever. Also, Secret Santa, my dude, for real. Secret Santa, yeah. Looking forward to that. My first year participating. Also, don't be afraid to twist and turn your model to reach certain areas. Now you can already see the distinction, right? You can also use a very, very dark green if you want. But please do not think about it too much. Now you can already see that, you know, it's all falling into place a little bit. Just as long as you don't break her sword off, I'm doing my best. Dude, that is sad though. It broke in like 3 pieces, bro. I only found 1 piece yet. Also, I'm gonna take a sip of my... Where's that model from? Ooh, please, printers, can you guys help me out? I think it was offered. I think it's the Great Grimoire. I'm gonna take a 2-minute break so everybody can catch up. Again, we're not looking for perfection. Yeah, and there's a bunch of printers that offer it. I know the name is Jalissa. Jalissa the Pirate Babe. Queen of the Feet, probably. I don't know. I'm gonna wait a few minutes for everybody to catch up. And then, for those of you that are ready, you can start prepping your dry brush stuff. I'll be starting off with my biggest dry brush. Because that's how they like them, you know? The biggest ones. That's the one. There we go. Thanks, Agariel. You are a great mod. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, for anybody that came with you, we got Horde Mimic printing for Europe. If you want to join in, feel free to do so. You can order the model through him. Use Brush 2024 for a 50% discount. Not only on this model, but his entire catalog, basically. And yeah, we'll be painting every Monday, 2 hours at night, from 9 CET to 11 CET. Then the patrons themselves, normally I do this on Patreon, but the patrons have gracefully allowed me to do this on the Monday Eve, and I'll be using an hour this week to sit with them, talk through the model, just chill a little bit, paint a little bit, because there's quite some work headed my way. Now, you can already see that the pebbles have regained their depth a bit. And now we're going to start dry brushing. And what we're going to do is we're going to start dry brushing and we're going to start mixing a little bit of paint, because I feel like mixing is also a great way for you guys to learn more about this whole endeavor. So I'm going to add a lightish gray. This one is called Dark Sea Gray. It has kind of this tint to it. Kind of like that tint to it. I'm just gonna add it to my palette because I might have to return to it later. Oy, oy, oy. And I'm gonna use an old brush again to mix the 2 colors together. The previous gray that we used over here. And I'm gonna mix it with this bit because I don't want it too bright, because it shouldn't take attention away from the model. But it should be, how do you say this? Complementary to the rest of the model. The base should be there, but it should not immediately take all the attention away. That is also the reason why I'll be putting a lot of attention into her face, for example, once we get to that point. Also, I do not have like a fully clear vision on what I want to do with her, but I do have an idea of where I want to take her and what points are like vocal points. The mixture, by the way, is something to your liking. Just make sure it's not too dark and not too bright. The brightness will up in a second, but we'll start off with a heavy dry brush of this color. Anyways, I need to shower before bedtime. Kaz, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Good luck with the moving. Enjoy your holiday, and let's hope you get back healthy, happy, and fully rested, my dude. Hope you all have a fantastic evening. You as well, my man. Thanks again for the raid, man. Big love. So, we've mixed it together now. No, you. No, you. Come fight me, bro. This color now is in between this one and that one. That's all good. Fuck you, you. No, fuck you, you, bro. I ain't your buddy, pal. I ain't your pal, buddy. So I use a moistening, dampening pad. You do not have to do this. Just make sure that if you use paper to dry your dry brush, please fuck me, yes. Oh God, and you're heading to the shower? Is that an invitation? I might have to BRB, ladies and gentlemen. So I moisten my brush a little bit, un petit peu, and then the paint, I dip it into the dry brush. It's a thin layer, so make sure that you have the same thing. This is basically what I'm looking at now, because I want to control the amount of paint that I leave on. You can do this same step by using paper. Just make sure that you do not press too hard. You do not want the paint to get like into the ferrule, and this is about the thickness of the paint that you're looking for. You can help Grace sucking me under the desk. Whoa, Grace sucks you under the desk? Why doesn't he fucking ask me to do that? To me, whatever. It's all good. Go shower. And you're just gonna circular motion, like the ocean, the dry brush on here. And add as you go. Make sure you don't get the paint in too deep onto your dry brush, otherwise it's a bitch to get clean. And if you're using paper, make sure that it's not too that you don't press too hard. Dry brushing this in this way will also cover the green up back a little bit. Pascal Rose, welcome in. How are you doing? Did you come in with Mr. Kaz, or are you new here, my dude? Of meneer. Goedenavond, jongen. Hallo, kerel. Welkom, welkom. So yeah, just apply this. Anywhere, everywhere. I'm using the big brush as well. Doesn't really matter. Not with the raid, but welcome in, my dude. Good to see you. Good to have you here. We are having a paint along, which I'm helping people, first of all, discover my Patreon. Second of all, just enjoy this whole endeavor. Thank you so much for the follow, Mr. Pascal. You are now one of us, dude. Now, you can see that we can't reach this over here. So we're gonna take a smaller dry brush. Really, brush? Yes. Yes. Little lickers of mine. And to clean my brush, I'm gonna dry brush my wet palette without using any paint. So just to get the paint out of the hairs. Are you a mini painter yourself, Mr. Pascal? I usually stream in the mornings, the Dutch mornings. 8:30 tot 8:30. But yeah, to open up the Patreon for the people to have a little look-see-loo, I decided to do 1 month open with the grace and blessing and thank you of the patrons, to be fair. So If you want to join in, this model can be bought through hordmimic.com, also in Nederlander. And you can join in. Everything will be recorded, opened up on VODs as well as YouTube. And we can just have a good time, man. There you go. Clean that one. Grabbing my other brush, smaller one. He's a good painter. Thank you so much, my dude. Or are you talking about Pascal? That would be a thing, eh? Wouldn't it? With this one, we do the same. Take a bit off on the palette and then apply it. Yes, you too. Thank you. Appreciate it. And once we've applied this, we're gonna take the small brush and we're gonna start brightening up the edges of the thingy. Wait, you guys are friends, Pascal and Kai? You know one another? Or are you like acquaintances? Kennison. If you want to blend in these lines, please feel free to do so. I just wanted to get it done as quickly as possible. Yes? Oh, really? Wait, did you guide him here, Kai? What the hell? I'm so confused. Yeah, so in this one we basically take a few techniques. I saw you stream once, and I follow you on IG. Oh, really? Pascal, you stream often, bro. Again, don't worry about anything. Just paint this shit. Kai is a boss. Kai is a boss. That's why he calls himself Kai the Mini Painter. I stream infrequently on Sundays, sometimes Saturdays. Ah, okay. Yeah, feel free to give me a follow and I'll follow you back, you know, a little bit for one and a little bit for the other, you know. One hand wash the other and all that kind of journey, we got me. Alright, early morning coming up, headed to bed. I'm Fixa, I really appreciate you hanging out, man. Good to see your name again. Take care. Don't worry about anything, just paint it. Yeah, exactly. The best advice, bro. I already followed you? Really? God damn, look at this man. He's way ahead of the game. Or did I not finish my sentence? That might be an issue. Now that we have this color in place, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take the big dry brush again. This one, the big one. On Twitch, that is. Yeah, let me give you a follow as well. See if I can find the rest of oh god. Find the rest of your stuff. There you go. Maybe I'll catch you on Sunday, maybe not. Weekends are mostly for my family. I'm also working on some stuff in the background, so you know what it is. I might not have any time left soon enough, but hey, the streams will continue going. As always. The Patreon is also something that will be kept alive during that time. You want my Insta? I do, brother. But there's probably a link on your account, no? We have the light gray here, over yonder. If you see the wet palette, over here. We're going to take that. And we're really going to clean out the brush. Till it's almost invisible. Check it again, either on your glove, your hand, or a piece of sprue. This is still too thick. Mr. Bourbon Kid, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Did you manage to get your model? There you go. You should have like a soft, not this thick, this thick. Links available on their profile, yeah. Ah, good, thank you. And we're just gonna apply this to the edges. Now you can do a lot more with the bases, but hey, we're not here to learn how to dry brush, right? It's a good addition to your arsenal as a painter, obviously. but this already, with the green in it, will already break up the monotony a little bit. You can do this as thick, as thin as you want. Just don't think about it too much. Just make it beautiful. Just make it nice, mate. Oh wait, I thought you were dry brushing the boot. Nope, we're dry brushing the base. We'll be painting up the boot. And we'll be doing the boots using shading. Now, if you don't have shading, I'll be thinning my paints to shade consistency. I see, it's the floor. Yeah. So this is also a way for people to get like into mini painting. So we're gonna go through a few little techniques and ways of painting. We're not looking for perfection now. I just want everybody to have something that they're proud of, you know. Model didn't arrive yet. Wasn't it at your work, bro? Apollo's? Wait a minute, shouldn't you be streaming on your own, bro? Just dropping my lurk. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate it. Good luck. Using shading. What do you mean by that? Is shading a product in your terms? Yeah. Shades, washes, whatever. You know, the GW way of painting. I'll reply in a minute to Pascal. Now it should have already started blending in the edges a little bit. It might be a little bit rough, but again, the floor is not the thing that we're trying to make beautiful. Apollo's pros are never late. They just take... No, he's late. Mr. Pascal, can you hear me again, brother man? I'm sorry for the commercials, but I am, however, doing this for commercial ends. I try not to lie about it or, you know, use that parasocial relationship to fucking squeeze you guys. But, weave stuff. Oh my god, fucking nerd. You like anime? But, yeah, just shading, washes, stuff like that. We're gonna go through different techniques. The boots we're gonna do easy peasy. The barrel as well. They will not be the main drawers of attention. Anime is for Giga Chads. No, sorry. It used to be, not anymore. It's now just for nerds. The real cool kids just paint minis, to be fair. Ah, that kind of shit. Yeah, just the GW approach. Go through different techniques to have people up to scratch ASAP, you know? But I can show off some work if you want. I mean, I'm just a new guy, just yapping away, you know? But I will be trying to enter SMC this year. Even though the kid is going to be born, I'm gonna see if somebody else wants to enter with it in my name. I won't be able to make it, but it would be kind of cool to have accolades. You know. I'm just cleaning my dry brush at the moment. If you're using not a texture palette, but if you're using something along the lines of paper, try to completely rub it off on the paper. Ah, too bad. Could have done a me. I'm gonna do my best, but my girlfriend is due the 7th of October. Did I tell you guys that we actually canceled our holiday to go SMC and Spiel, and then she got pregnant? I got fucking sabotaged, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So I think red boots would be nice. Congrats in advance then. Thank you so much, man. My entry for SMC will be... Let me see where I have her. I'm gonna patch up this one. We had one of our scans today. All good. Really nice. Still needs some work here and there, but this is the model I'm gonna enter. Still needs some blending, smoothing out, perfection here and there, you know, some cleaning up, but I wasn't gonna enter, but I'm really proud of how this one is starting to look. So yeah, we take your time, you know? For real, guy, it's not a lie, man. Serious. I'm bloody serious, mate. So for the boots, you can use Whatever brush are you recording this session in? Yes, I will do so, Mr. Bourbon. Correct. So for the boots, I would advise you can do whatever color you want. Let that be like, said. However, I would advise for you to pick a warm color. Now, what does a warm color mean? It means Zarnian shows up out of nowhere and just says, "What's up? How you doing? Welcome in." Then I'll try and finish Revan now. Oh yeah, you do your thing, Bourbon Man. So a warm color in my case, what I will be doing is, if I can find it, the goddamn, here we go. I will use this as a base. We did this morning as well on the handles for Gunner Brun. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. Usually people say red, but in fact, it is with yellow added. Yeah, it's a different. You can have like red, purplish, stuff like that. It needs to feel like the model is catching a lot of light, basically. That is warm. So genuinely like warm tones. But what I'll be going for is kind of like this color that you see on the handle over here. Light is warm. Well, not light is warm, but Mediterranean warmth. Not Dutch warmth. Over here everything is gray. But you're basically talking everything on the spectrum from, what is this? Like red purplish to yellow, bright greenish, Dutch warm, 30 degrees and rainy, yeah, basically, and a lot of depression. So this one again, we added to the palette. And we're gonna do the boots first and the barrel after. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because I want that. And you can tell me what to do. Also, I want to challenge you guys a little bit. Frankly, that is a cold red. Oh, really? You think so? We're gonna build it up to a warm red though. It's a good red, but still. It's gonna contrast nicely with the ground floor and create nice shadows. And with this one, you do want to be a bit careful. Because you don't want to touch your ground, the pebbles, with the whatchamacallit, with the red colors. And we're just gonna do everything. We're not gonna split colors. We want to get this done, but we do want to get nice details as we paint it. We only have 10 hours, so, and 2 tonight, of which one is almost, done now. I'll be grabbing another brush in a minute, but for now, we just want to apply this color, man. Also, all the technical fucking yappa that we're doing, don't think about it too much. Especially if you're not that familiar with painting yet, you just want to get paint on the models and try to be neat about it. And for the boots, we're going to use the wash/shade. Now for the details in between, I'll be using the another brush with a finer tip to be able to move into places that are hidden a little bit. Hidden. Also, feel free to twist your model as you paint, because you're gonna wanna reach certain places that are more easy to reach if you twist and turn the model around. Because As long as you don't paint on sprue, you're golden. The only exception for painting on sprue is if you're making art for on the wall or something like that, but otherwise, no excuse, and I'll fight you over that. May I ask how long you've been painting? 7 years. And I've been trying to get better at it for a year now, so that whole journey is basically the reason I started streaming as well. I used to just paint armies over and over again for Warhammer. And since last year, I decided to start streaming on TikTok. And basically this entire year has been developing Brush Liquor as a brand, becoming better at painting, getting in touch with the rest of the community, mostly in the north of Holland, but also internationally. Then I joined a class with Tamer. Yeah, correct. When Brush says finer tip, he's talking about me. Always, bro. Always. Yeah, Zarnian, I'll be organizing a barbecue for the Benelux people on the 31st of August. Or whoever wants to join, to be frank. But it's not like very well organized. There will be me. Tamer Wiederspann from Deutschland. He Tames your Wiederspann very hardcore. And teaches NMM and stuff like that. Take on the other boot as well. Slap it on here. Again, don't think about it too much. Just make sure you don't touch the other stuff. Yeah, Tamer Wiederspann and Lord Dot Shader was there and a bunch of others, and they taught stuff like volumetric light and NMM and texture painting and all that jazz. I'm back from Spain on the 27th. That's great. You could just continue then. I actually just hit my 1 year painting. Look at this man. Lord Shader, I know. Lord Shader and Mr. Tamer are basically married as mini painters. I think his Patreon is called The Art of Cooking Meth. Send me details on Discord later. I will. I'll make a group convo. Do a shout out on the Discord itself and stuff like that. Please. Yep, The Art of Cooking Meth. Yeah, that's Tamer Wiederspann's. His NMM is very, very nice. Also, to everybody painting along, be sure to just drag your brush and don't push your brush unless you're using an old one. Because if you push your brush onto the mini, you'll destroy your brushes by malforming the hairs on the brush. Also, do not let your brush touch, or the paint touch the ferrule. You'll fuck up your brushes as well. It's simple things like that, but they are helpful. Make sure to keep your hands comfortable and nice in a good position. But that workshop in Germany was a lot of fun. Lord Shader, Tamer, Mini Maddie's joined, Horde Mimic joined. Zarnian was supposed to join, but I'm not the only one that doesn't know how to handle an agenda, it seems. And learned a lot that weekend, practiced a lot that weekend, and now the goal is to get to 1, SMC, and 2, get that much better at painting by trying to apply my own stuff and learning from the greats. As I am setting up a shop to start selling stuff like Warhammer and building that out. It's good to do workshop. It's definitely good to do workshop. If only to get in touch with people that are better with you. Also, for those of you painting along, and am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? Please let me know. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I'm just yapping along because that's what I'm used to when I'm streaming. Also, Zornian, my dude, how are you doing, man? Are you going to visit your dad? Take a workshop with El Miniaturista? All good for me? Nice. You're also probably doing your own thing, so I don't think your answer really matters, Maddie. With all due respect, Mrs. Who's painting this model alongside? Curious? I think Maddie has it, Mr. Flamingo has it, Ria has it, Bourbon Kid should have it. I know Horde has her printed, but he's working on his own thing at the moment. Bonko maybe? I don't know. Lucky has it, I believe. There's a bunch of folks. And usually we do this through Patreon. But yeah, as I said, I wanted to open it up for once. Have everybody join in and enjoy, you know? Doing my owlbear. Cool, quite some people. Yeah, actually. Duimgezicht, also here. Very busy, work, family, gym, getting the minis ready for Hammerfest. What the hell is Hammerfest? Commissions? Nice, dude. It's being a mouthful. That's where you put it, eh? You dirty, dirty boy. How's you, man? I'm doing good, man. I mean, everybody's doing good, actually. The babe in my girlfriend's belly is actually doing amazing. So looking at the time, we have about an hour left now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna let the boots dry and we're gonna put a base color on here. The metallics on the barrel, we're just gonna be adding metallics as it goes. Spiel, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. I really wanted to go. So for the barrel, again, we're just gonna make it a new barrel. That means that we're gonna use one shade to shade them all, basically. Fen model show end of this month. What the fuck is Fen? Never heard of it. Never heard of Fen. Let me see. Where is my SMC lookalike in UK? UK is too expensive, bro. Also a nice competition, probably, but fucking the UK is expensive as fuck, boy. Why do I always misplace my paints? I'm just gonna blame you guys. It's easy, you know. 10th to 11th, also a competition in Mechelen, Belgium. No, but nobody goes to Belgium, right? Everybody always flees Belgium, don't they? It's basically like Holland. I'll have to print another one for me. I sent one I was gonna paint up to unlucky because my printer oh, really? Oh, that's a shame, man. Let me check real quick. Where's my Rhinox hide? Where did I put my Rhinox hide? Am I just dumb? I think I found it. No. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. We got a little technical problem here. Are you going there, by the way, Pascal, to FEN? Fen. What the fuck does Fen even stand for? Oh, sorry about that. Give me a second. Anyway, grab a brown color. Hell if I know! Here we go. This is Doomball. Did I move it? What? I am the confused. Farts evaporating now. Yeah, man. It smells really good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where I left my Rhinox, which is a GW paint. Don't know where I misplaced it, but we're gonna go with burnt umber then. Flink eigenwijze nerd. Exactly. Burnt umber. A nice brown color. It's in Cambridge? Wait, did you go there? In the past, Zarnia? No, I mean the Mechelen one. Okay. Great conversation, mate. Dilute your paints again. Put a little water on your brush. Slap that brown on there. We're just gonna shade everything to have you guys, you know, get to know that. If you're already familiar with it, feel free to adjust it as you do, want, go, whatever. With this one again, on the barrel itself, don't think about it too much. Just apply the paint. We're gonna paint over the rest in a minute. Good evening, Gerasimos. How are you doing? Pen is already full. Taking care of for me. What did you? How much did it set you back, brother man? And are you going with a bunch of Dutchies? Hollanders? You just want to cover this. So we're going to add 2 layers of this brown to the barrel. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in regards to painting. Might also not be painting, whatever floats your boat. And the reason we're applying two coats basically of paint and why you thin your paint is to keep all the details on the model. So if you do not dilute your paint, you're gonna have everything looking so thick that you cry. Apart from the expensive hotel, not too bad actually. The flight is 70 euros. Show tickets are 10 pounds. Oh, that's quite affordable actually, yeah. Where are you flying from? Schiphol? Schiphol? Also, don't forget the top. Even though there's a cloth here, doesn't really matter. Just paint. Get it everywhere. Where it should be. Again, mind the boots, but the rest doesn't really matter. We're gonna paint over that anyway. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Noxic Void. Even I could do a cheap B&B, but I want luxury and going all by myself. Look at this man, what an adventurer. How's life, Noxic? How are your feet doing, baby girl? Gonna let this one dry now. What we're gonna do is take a, well, even a shout out for Noxic Void. She hasn't streamed in ages.
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, Noxic, when are you gonna stream again? We need you to magically appear paints from spots that we can barely see. Now if that doesn't sound inviting, I don't know what does, bro. Zarnia, do you still stream, bro? I'm not on often at night. I either chill or I work on my stuff. I shall warn you of the coming. Wait, what are we talking about now, Noxy? There's people here. I'm confused. No, man, I'm working too much on tutorials. Brother. For your Patreon or what? So yeah, we got this one. To show you guys an easy way to shade these babies. These babies. Because we're gonna brighten them up again. For later? Yes? Laters? Ah, okay, yeah. You wanna build like a library? Let's take Doomball Brown. We're gonna wire this down, make a shade out of it. We're gonna apply it to the boots. The boots. Because we want that one to have like a little bit of play in the red. We're gonna paint them up red anyway. And this will give a little bit of diversity. Is this the best way? No. If you have Carroburg Crimson, for instance, the wash, shade, whatever, you can apply that one. But I'm not doing that because all the PPs here, not all of them have all the paints. Look at all the classics coming back in, man. Noxie, Zarnian. We got Pascal, who's new here, but really chill dude. How's it hanging? The Sandus, man. Welcome in. Danske in the house. You know Denmark represent. Noxie and the Sandus. God damn, welcome in. ATM left. ATM left. What? Oh, god damn it. Fucking Zarnian, bro. Behave. You goober. What a goober, bro. Now, for this, I'm gonna grab my piece of paper, put it down here, show you guys how I kind of want to shade this and how thick you want it to be. We're just watering this down, nice and thin. Again, don't think about it too much. We're just gonna apply it. I don't know the specific effect that this was gonna give, but we're gonna work with it anyway. You know why? I don't know why, but if you do know, do tell me. See this consistency? Just take your brush off on your hand or glove, and we're gonna apply it to the entirety of the model. Again, don't think about it too much. Gonna give a bit of an orangey glow, but it'll also give it a little bit of visual interest, because we're gonna start brightening up this whole boot with pure red. And I'll show you guys how to do stuff like highlights and things like that. Again, no perfection needed. If you have Carroburg Crimson, use it. If you have Nolnol, you can use that as well. It is your model. Did the bust model turn out good? Oh, you want to? Which one do you mean, brother man? The girl or what's his name? What's his name again? Darth Revan. Also, Horde Mimic, thank you so much for swinging by, my dude. Sleep well. It was good to see you again. Still relishing the moment. Again, take it off on your glove. You want it a little bit see-through, a little bit unsticky. Can't wait to spend 78 hours painting those boots with a wooden barrel. We're gonna do it easy, Maddie. Don't worry about it. We're gonna take our sweet, sweet time, but not that much time. We want the model to be finished in the end, you know. Gonna keep him a bit mono-colored, you know. Nothing crazy. The lady, yeah. With the, oh yeah, the see-through fabric. Yeah, I got some feedback on that. I think I'm gonna enter her for SMC, or try to enter her for SMC. Give me a second, I'll show it to you in a minute, Sandus. Sandos. As you see, this is drying. It changed the color of the boot, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy, absolute insanity. Can you imagine that actually happened? It is true though. There we go. The Great Weirdling is being a Great Weirdling. How you doing, man? Holy moly. Imagine painting changing colors, poggers. It's absolute insanity. Just whatever you do, don't tell people I told you this. Also, this is the lady, my dude. Still gotta fix up the hair, still gotta fix the see-through a little bit more. A little bit brighter. Gotta fix up the back, and then I'll probably be entering her. No, legit, I love painting ladies in wood. Yeah, you can take as much time as you want. We're gonna do easy mode. So yeah, we'll see how far we get if we manage to enter her. But yeah, I'm really happy with her. And still painted her up fairly quickly still. It's just the only thing I do not like about the sculpt is the fact that she looks very almost like frightened. But I painted her eyes bigger, which tones it down a little bit. But yeah, I gotta do the eyebrows, the hair's anew, and then brighten up the skin underneath. But regardless of that, she looks believable. She look believable, yes. Now, we go for the boots. The boatin'. The big fat boatin'. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna take Miffy Stone Red. And we're gonna brighten up the boots. Make them nice and poppy red. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a bit of a smaller brush. Make sure that you are seated properly and that you are comfortable holding your model, because we're gonna try and avoid the recesses, and we're gonna brighten up the boot to such a degree that they look, you know, nice and red. We're looking for quite a solid consistency in the paint. Water it down a little bit. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Because Mephiston Red is quite pigment rich. Red in general is red paint. I always take a little bit of the excess off, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start painting the details a little bit on the bootsies. Now, are you looking for perfection again? No. You're just gonna paint the top a little bit. Try to avoid the recesses. We will blend those together in a second, but first off, just this. Will it look good? No, it'll look horrible for the longest time. But we'll get there. So you see, a big part of the whole painting thing is just trusting your process. Now there's a million ways to go about this, but I'm just trying to teach you as many different ways of doing this as possible, so you get a feel for it, so you feel more confident as well doing it in your own time when I'm not teaching, you know. Anyway, Sandisman, how's life on your end? Also do a little bit on the inside of the boot. Over there. Try to not get fully under the color of the boot, basically. Also keep moving the model to such an extent that you're feeling comfortable applying the brushes. Oh man, it's busy lately. The good busy? Like pre-summer busy? Or pre-summer holiday busy, basically. Again, if you're not getting the details, as you see on camera now, keep in mind I've been painting for a long while, and I paint on the daily. So just take it easy and be kind to yourself. Try to avoid any nooks and crannies. Doesn't really matter, we can fix those as we go, but doesn't take too much time. Being kind to myself is the hardest damn part. Then just listen to my voice. No need in beating yourself up if you're just new to the hobby, Zach. Realistically, not everybody is like Mr. Flamingo who understands a bunch of the details within a year's time, so be sure to moisturize your brush every so often, just tipping the tippy tip of your brush in there. Also, this is also a step that can be quite difficult because it does demand a lot of brush control. So yeah, if you do get into the recesses, do not beat yourself up over it. Okay, gotta go. Sadly, have fun painting this. Maybe see you at SMC. Maybe you're gonna get a laugh. Maybe we'll have to see, man. Thank you for the follow. I'll remember to check out your profile, and you have a good one as well, Pascal. Man, thank you so much for hanging around. Take care. Sleep well. Have a good eve. I guess so. Yeah. Get a bit of time off next week. My brother's getting home from the Mercas for a month. Oh, that's nice, man. It's very nice. You guys got any plans? I blame the ADH chisel. Oh, brother. All the time. Spicy brains definitely help get the blame. For sure. Regardless. We have like 40 minutes left, so let's just slowly continue this. Brighten up a little bit of the edges before we move on to the next step, which can be difficult, but don't worry about it. I'll guide you through it. Also, take your time. If I am going too fast, there's the recording that you can watch back. And again, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask them, man. What is this late stream? Brother man, welcome in. I am opening up the Patreon this entire month for everybody to join in. Are you home already, Mr. Melta? Back in Bulgaria. Again, twist and turn the model as you need it. Make it easy for yourself. Will this be saved to a video of some sort, Brush? Both ways. Both the VOD of Twitch will be put online, and the I'll upload a custom one to YouTube in 4K. Yeah, I rented a summer house for about 10 days with some of the family. Nice, dude. Man, I wish I had access to RODI water. What the hell does that mean? Now, we've done this boot. I will leave you guys to do this in your own time, this one. So what the next step is, we're gonna take the red, and we're gonna make like a glaze out of it, because we kind of want to filter in the red. And have the recesses keep their depth. And this is basically like a shade. We're just gonna put it over the entirety of the model. It will make basically everything have like a red hue to it that contains shadow. And you can compare this like what is it, like a 5-to-1, 5 drops of water against 1 drop of red paint, Mephiston red in this case. And this will give all the shadows a little bit of it. Whoa, Danny, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, amigo? Buenas noches. How is Defcon, my man? Reverse osmosis, the Jesus fucking Christ, basically pure H2O. I think that would be definitely better for painting. No. I'm just using water from the tap, man. Also, 5-month sub, man. Much appreciated, Dan. Big love, my guy. We're gonna apply that. The heels, we're gonna make black. You know why? For ease. Just black paint. I'll show you how to edge highlight that. Just pure old black on the heels. Also, now that we put on that black, it's gonna need a second layer, so we're gonna let that dry for now. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the brown again and add a second layer to the battle. Yeah. Yeah, tap water has mainly contaminants, acid, and who knows what else. RODI would definitely be better. Well, to be fair, no, doesn't really matter. That was too much. Even the stage caught fire. I saw, my dude. I saw. The only thing I use RODI for is my palette to make sure that no mold grows in it. Other than that, for the painting itself, then again, you're in fucking the States. I don't know what the fuck they put in your tap water, to be fair. But the water over here isn't that hard, as they call it. Did you go all days, Senor Danny? 11. If you want it to last as long as possible, want to keep it away from acid as much as possible. Yeah, our water is ass? Probably. He used distilled from Kroger? Yeah, I think it's called the same thing over here. And Detroit has some of the best water treatment in the whole country? Okay, what? Also, how are you guys enjoying this music in opposition to the drum and bass? I feel this fits better for teaching. A little bit more laid back. Yet Flint? What? I like a good chill DMV. There you go. I like it too, man. It's great for teaching. I feel like time is flying. But I feel like we're also getting a lot of work in. So I will be giving you guys some homework, if only to feel confident with it. If you have any questions during the week, feel free to ask them on the Discord, obviously. But y'all can do the other boot on your own accord. Should be simple enough. Don't think about too much about shadows and light yet. Just enjoy the idea of just applying paint and getting the model colored. To be fair, those of you that have a bit more experience, obviously do whatever you want. Everybody basically, but we're trying to take along everybody for the ride, you know. There you go. Yes, Flint, because they took them off the Troy system and hooked them in a river. Really? Flint, Michigan? Do some reading on it. It's pretty fun. Really? I'm missing it, not gonna lie. Brain is not a fan of this. Not stimulating enough. Noxy, why you do this, bro? Why you do this? Alright, we're gonna add another layer of black to the heel. To be honest, I didn't even think about using anything but tap water for anything. I guess at least distilled water is better for the wet palette. You could do that or put a piece of copper in there to kill off any bugs. I use distilled water for my airbrush though, because for that the water is too harsh basically. And minerals and stuff will build up at some point, and it'll make it coarse. And it gets everywhere. Brush, ask, Noxy, answer. Yeah, I do understand it though. I'm on my usual roll. I'll have her done by soap under the sponge helps too. There you go. So yeah, if you look at it now, let me just, because there's a little bit of green on the pebbles and a little bit of red on this, the gray is cold, the red is warm, and thus the boot kind of pops off of the base basically. And now I want to do something very special with y'all. We're going to be adding metallics, a metallic paint. Because there's clasps on here, but there's also little rivets along the boot's edge. Fuck! My card is full. Oh well. Yeah, okay, yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna have to buy a bigger card. I'm sorry? First episode will probably be a mixture of different media then. So, for the metallics, we're just gonna go basic. Lead Belcher. Oh, this one needs to go. This is an old one. Un old way. Here we go. Which is basically a metallic paint, which I use an older brush for because metallics can be quite harsh on your brush. We're not going to dilute this a lot because we want to apply it with a fairly sharp tip, because we're going to do some high details on the boots and the barrel obviously, but we'll shade the barrel completely, as again it is a part of the environment. Thought I'd find a metallic for the metals. Thought Oh, fine. Hey, it's all good. What you can do is paint it dark gray for now. And I'll teach you how to make it look like metallics. I'm sorry, man. That's also something that I could have told you. I just add a little bit of water, by the way. What I'm gonna do, so I want to paint these clasps on the boot. So I just respect the edge. If you go past it a little bit, don't worry about it. We're gonna use a shade in a moment to bring it back. So yeah, if you don't have metallics, just use dark gray. And just follow the lines. Let your brush do the work. Lean your pinky on the other hand. Well, the clasp mirrors are so tiny. Yes, you can. You can. Also, if you have trouble doing these types of details, just lean your hand like this and try to pull straight lines on the straight lines. So that's what I mean with you want to let the brush do the work for you. And with this one as well, if you do the rivets on the boot, don't think about it too much. Try to stipple them. I just put my brush on a certain level and I just brush it on. But if you want to dot the rivets, please do. Whatever you feel comfortable with, basically. Thumb as a maul stick. I don't know what that means, but I believe you, Zach. You basically want to prevent any and all shaking, moving, whatever. If you feel like you're depositing too much paint, use your hand or a piece of paper to deposit a bit before you touch the model again. If you get in the black, no problem, you can paint over it. If you hit the red, no problem. Just try to keep your brush in such a direction that you don't necessarily touch like far onto other surfaces that you've painted. Now, for instance, I'm just gonna show you this here. I made a mistake here. Okay, forced myself to make that mistake. We're gonna leave this as is. It's gonna dry a little bit, but what we're gonna do here, so I'm gonna just take the black again. That's why we're doing this step by step. And I'm just gonna correct it. Now my black is a little bit thin, but you can just splosh it on there. Cover the metallics. And we're just gonna do a layer or two in position. Now we also have metallics over here. We're gonna let this dry, and you're just gonna take your brush and you're gonna paint on the rest of the metallics, man. Again, if you fuck up over here, you know what color you used to apply the brown, and you're just gonna go back to that, clean it up. Again, don't think about it too much. Just get the work in. Get the paint on there. That is also why we're doing step by step and slow step by steps as well. Because you can always get back, clean it up as you go. There's no like be all end all, and you'll only have to like really start paying attention to what you're doing with your brush when you're starting to do details or gradients and stuff like that. But we'll get to that in later lessons. Short way of saying it is we'll get there. The barrel, we're just gonna shade it all in one go. Because these are These bits are perfect for edge highlighting, the metallics.
Hello, hello, hello.
13 Abulan, welcome in, man. Thank you so much for the follow, bro. How are you doing? Welcome in, my guy, my girl. I don't know, it's the internet. I hope you're doing good. Unless you're a bot, then again, I hope you're good, but would be a shame. Would be a shame, yes. Don't mind the cloth if you touch it, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna patch that up. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of freehanding on here later down the line. You know, take a bunch of lessons and stick it in one, basically. Again, with this one, you can keep your brush perpendicular to the edge. Try not to push beyond it. And you can nice and quickly paint this ring in without spilling too much. Just make sure your brush is unloaded a little bit. And do not water your metallics down too much. Or again, if you don't have any metallics, just use dark gray. Donkelgrijs, ja. Double brush liquor Monday evening, y'all. Dark Peak Minis, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing, brother? This whole July, you guys are being spoiled. Mondays, twice, insanity. I don't know if you guys can handle it, but I love it that you're trying. Man, it's good to see all the familiars, man. How are you doing, Dark Peak? How's your Monday, brother, man? Again, try not to overload your brush. It'll make it a lot easier to apply this paint. Anything black that is being touched by the metallics doesn't really matter. Anything else, you gotta want to be careful. If you're not confident with a big brush, take a smaller brush and apply it to the position. Just been painting as well. I was just about to pack up when I noticed you were on. Time to continue. Make the best of it, eh? You working on Helbrecht? Helbergt. Again, the reason I go this fast is one, I just want to paint this model and get the colors on. Two, I've had a lot of practice. So if you're slower, leave it to yourself and just allow yourself to take the time. There's no need in rushing, or it's not a competition, it's a competition with yourself. So in 6 months, when you look back at painting this, you're gonna want to be laughing at yourself. If you can't laugh at yourself, then I don't know what to tell you. But if you can laugh at yourself at your previous work, that's perfect. That means you've grown as a person. Because you can't laugh at anybody except people who paint on sprue and your previous work. Of course, it's NMM chain time. Nice, man. I'm still really bummed out I can't join you guys at the competitions, man. If only as a visitor. I'm gonna try SMC though, but you know, don't really have anything to say about it, to be fair. Also, in most cases, if you can't see it, you don't have to paint it. How's that chain coming along, my dude? I love how you're taking your time, to be fair, on Holbrook. Make sure to do the edges a bit, get a little bit of silver on there. It's gonna get 3Dified and it's gonna get more depth in a minute as we're gonna apply the shade. For that, I will be using non-oil, just for sake of ease. But you can just use your diluted black as a shade. Looks epic. Thank you so much, my dude. Or are you talking about his chains? Chains and whips excite him. I will also be setting up a full agenda for the rest of the year on Patreon. If it's anything you guys want to join in on or are interested in, you can see what models we'll be painting. Normally, I used to do choices out of 3, but now we're gonna select model. And the reason for that is because I'll be taking a lot of time to get my business off the ground. I do want to provide you guys on Patreon, but I mean, the fact of the matter is, $15 for a tier like this is like fucking nothing, to be fair. Not to toot my own horn or overvalue myself, but normally stuff like this, I don't think anybody really does this on Patreon to this extent for this prize. Total bargain mate, exactly. If you don't agree with this, you're free to have that opinion, obviously. And I'm also not the best painter out there, I know that, but I do know that 1, we have a lot of fun. 2, we paint a lot of models that people wouldn't necessarily paint. So yeah, alright, I'm gonna sleep. Have a good one, Brush, the Great Whirling. Thank you so much for hanging around, man. Sleep well, and have a good one. Maybe I'll see you on Wednesday, and if not, I hope you enjoy your week, brother, man. Appreciate you hanging around. But yeah, we paint a lot of different shit, mostly other media related, as Warhammer in and of itself. I mean, there's more than enough to be found online in that regard. Plan on it. Bye, 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 weirdling. And I mean, in all honesty, like, there's so many of Edge highlight. I've seen it after a while, you know. Yeah, me, dog. So, we were waiting for the black to dry as well. We put on the metallics on the bottle. Need an old lady stretch back in a bit. You do your thing, Maddie. We're here for another 15 minutes. So, I needed to patch this up because I spilled a little bit of silver, so we're doing that. For those of you who do not have a shade, use the diluted black to make a shade with a lot of water, basically. I will be using a shade, that way I can cater to any and everybody. And I will be applying that to the entirety of the barrel and small little bits on the boot. But yeah, I'll give you time to catch up, and I'll be a minute. I'll be here, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. You are here to learn, I am here to teach. And yeah, just have a good time, you know? Oh god. That wasn't supposed to happen. Don't know what this beat is, but it sounds sick, bro. Dear Lord, it is hot out here. Wait a minute. Oh my god, my Rhinox hide was in front of my nose the entire time. Fuck me, mate. There you are. Hey, Parmo, my dude. How are you doing, man? Good to see you here again. It's been ages, bro. So, we're gonna use non-oil for the next step. How's life? Parmalicious. And we're gonna just apply this in a thick layer with double C. Straight from the bottle onto the model. Why not more detail, Uncle Brush? You know why? Because it doesn't really matter. We're talking barrels here. It's not the main part of the scene. Could do a lot of things with it creatively, but for now, just trying to pull all of you together. Doing alright. How's it going, my dude? How's the fam? We're doing alright, brother, man. The little one got his new bed, but he didn't want to sleep in it. But he liked playing in it, so, I mean, part profit, you know? Other than that, just chilling, bro. Chilling like a villain. How was Justin's stream, man? I fucking missed half of it because we were celebrating the missus's birthday, eating a lot of cake and shit. Again, if you don't have non-oil, simply apply the diluted black. It's basically the same thing, but I'm using non-oil now for brevity's sake. Don Brucho, you gonna join for this year Thunderdome? Hell nah, dog. I will be going to DEF CON next year though. It is the goal. At first we'll do the barrel so that it can dry, and then we will move to the boot. The metallic bits on there. Be sure to blend this out nicely. But you can apply it fairly thick. Don't think about it too much, to be fair. You just don't want it to pool too much. That's the only thing. What was your favorite stage, Danny, during DEF CON? Where'd you hang most of the time? How'd the pregnancy going? She's having a rough time, brother. A lot of nausea. It is moving back a bit, but she's suffering a lot of nausea, man. But she's handling it like a champ, not gonna lie. Very proud of how she's doing it. It's alright. He started gaming on stream now, which is still a bit weird. Started gaming? Really? Nice that? It will be my last. I'm too old for these kinds of events. Oh my god, are you a pussy? DEF CON? Yeah, man. I'll be there also next year, probably. Wait, you? Aren't you like a hip hop bro? Feed her sun lolly and other soda puffs against the nausea. Nothing helps. She's even on medicine, bro. So, we have the non-oil. Shake the pot up again. Get it in the lid. And the lid is like the little tongue thing on the inside over yonder. Plays Elder and stuff on the stream. After a bit of painting. Is he tired of painting or? I hope he's doing good though. So this one we'll just gently apply over the metallics. You can use a little bit of access, doesn't really matter because this will basically add more shadow and it will dull down the metallics a little bit. I don't remember much of anything in DEF CON. I took something that effed up. Were you on Molly, bro? And then on the edge of the boot, simply apply it over the metallics. And you can move the brush over the black on the bottom. If you want to tie it all together, just put it all on the black. And it should blend it all nicely together. First, some reverse. Yeah, man, I was hip hop, but for festivals. I love Sick Mode. And a ruler. Really? Yeah, I do too. We play that on stream sometimes, bro. Getting ready for Space Marine 2, I think. Really? With Elden Ring? Bruh. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have 10 minutes left. This boot, you guys can do on your own accord during this week. The recording will be online for this boot, and you basically apply the same thing, but you'll just go top to bottom instead of left to right. What was Interstellar's name on Discord? It was seller.db, DNB, sorry. Now, is this the best we can do? Obviously not, and I believe you guys can do much better than this as well. However, I do feel that this is on so many levels accessible to everybody. And regardless of that, it just looks good, man. This just needs to dry. Give it the time to do that. And this one we can do together. If you guys are on Discord later this week, we can do the boot together as well. But now we're going to brighten up some of the silvers to pull the attention towards the center of the barrel. And that'll be the last thing we do. In the meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, let me know, obviously. I use for this Runefang steel, but I also have, for the edge highlights in a minute, silver, which is even brighter. This one for the edge highlights, this one for the highlights. And I'm going to show you a neat little trick to do a little bit of TMM up in this bitch. Put it on your wet palette. We're just gonna make this easy peasy, lemon squeezy, to pull attention towards the area in between her legs. Alright. Add a little bit of water to that baby. Make sure that your shade is dry already. And you're just gonna flick your brush from one end to the other. Move it to and fro a little bit like this. Oh, sorry. And we're just gonna brighten up the metallics over here a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect again. There you go. We also put it on here, on the top. Follow the shape a little on the edges over here. In between, but leave a little bit of shade by using the tippy top of your brush. And again, make sure your shade is dry. There we go. And then for the faucet again, instead of painting it like this, we do the same effect. So we just brush it on like this. If you have a little indent there, do the same thing. Add a little bit of water. Since you what I've been doing for the paint along, thanks for a cozy session, brush. Fucking love you, man. I'm so happy to see you, Noxie. Thank you for being here. And again for this, no perfection, we're just gonna apply this. I'll check the picture after stream, by the way, and I'll let you know that you've been a very good girl with your painting. There you go. See, the faucet now speaks. And we're just gonna do the same here. on the metallics, a little bit in. Doesn't have to be perfect again, just get it on there. And for this ring, we only do the top edge. And then the same underneath that one. If you wanna speed up the drying of the barrel of the null oil, use a hair dryer. In the meanwhile, I'll be adding the brightest silver that I have here to the palette. Take a minute to let everything dry, please. I'm about to get the paints out. Got some metallics to do. Very nice, my dude. If you want to join in, the model is available through Maddie. This is all recorded as well, so you can just join in. We're gonna be handling a few different techniques, and we're gonna take most of the time working on her skin, because I've noticed that a lot of people... Careful, if it's resin though, you don't want a melted mini. What do you mean? I'm out, have a great night, see you next week. Off South Africa tomorrow. Alright, my dude. With the hair dryer. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good one. Thank you. If you heat resin too hard, it gets soft. Correct. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's like that subconscious knowledge that I have. But indeed, if you do use a blow dryer or hair dryer or whatever, I don't know, you're just gonna blow on your model, then make sure to keep your distance from the model and don't do it too long, because the sword will bend down or break off if you touch it too hard, but we're not talking about that at the moment. I honestly like this, man. Lol noob. Now, for the edge highlight, do not dilute your paint, especially if you're using Vallejo, since it's so absolutely thick, and metallics don't really handle dilution that well. And we'll just do a little bit of edge highlighting on the tippy top, just on the front. You can do anywhere if you want, all around, whatever, it's your model, but I'm just gonna do it to like the tippy top and emulate the NMM a little bit. We're not looking for perfection again. We just want it applied, you know? We want it to look good. Quick mini painting, good mini painting is also about tricking the eye of the beholder. There you go, and then at the bottom a little bit. Again, the edge will be everywhere, however it will be the front that will be drawing the attention because it's the brightest. And then for the boot, I'm just adding a little bit on the sharpest corners, respecting the same shapes again. Just a little bit. You can do it wherever. Again, not looking for perfection, just adding and making something beautiful. Two-hour paint session. We've reached the 2-hour mark. I'm happy with the progress. The only thing I want you to do on your own is this boot. Why am I saying this? Because you basically need the painting hours. And you can start practicing the same that we did here. This one is laying down. This one is upright. That means that if the light comes from this way, you're gonna leave the recesses that would like over here catch the light. Over here wouldn't catch the light. Here wouldn't catch the light. Here wouldn't catch the light. Try to emulate that a little bit for yourselves. Now before we end this, do you guys have any questions? Let me I'm upside down. Hi. It is I. Do you guys have any questions before we end this? Let's see if we can, if I can already locate somebody that we're gonna raid this train into. No questions from me. All right. Let me check real quick. Some Bourbon and Duimgezicht are on Discord. Very nice. Let's see. Who are we raiding into? Let's pick Studio J7. Not raided him in a hot minute. Basically because I haven't been streaming at night. But yeah, coming Mondays, the entirety of July, we will be painting on the Monday evenings. It'll basically be kind of like this vibe, just relaxed. We go through everything. The episode will be uploaded very soon. And probably by Wednesday, low edit, so all the steps, all the conversations, everything will be shared and accessible to everybody and everyone. It'll be on YouTube, it'll be on Twitch as well. And I'm kind of looking for my, oh there we are. I'm gonna cover up the wet palette real quick. Let me put my cam into position and I'm gonna get behind my keyboard. It'll be everywhere, bro. No cap, dog. Y'all know how it is, brother. I hope you guys enjoyed this, to be fair. If you have any feedback, it's all welcome. In all honesty, I learn and grow as well. Wet palettes are a game changer. For sure, brother. For sure. If you guys have any idea, that is also more than welcome, obviously. And yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just, I'm enjoying myself. It is fun to be streaming for a second time and being able to provide for everybody, to be fair. I like the Patreon as well. It helps me keep faith in growing this in more than just, you know, a little fun project. Hopefully in due time, have this all up to such an extent that, yeah, basically to the point that you can earn your brush licking certificate. How's that sound? I think that sounds amazing, but yeah, that's just me and my own ego, so. Might just be a fucking absolute shite idea now, innit, mate? Patreoners are the bestest, absolutely. If you don't want to join Patreon but want to do support me, you can join, you know, a lower tier and just support me while you go there. Regardless of that, I do need a little bit of self-promotion, obviously. Let me switch seats. I am already a certified muff diver, so brush licker should be an easy do. Wait, what's that? What does that all mean, bro? A muff diver? Brother, what does that mean, bruv? It's kind of weird to have this at night though, but I like this setting much more. Feels more cozy. Does have a muff on his face? Really? Ah. That way. Ah, okay. You're a bunch of heathens, basically. Oh, smelly hand. Alright. Let us raid into Studio J7. There we go. Heathens, heretics, and blasphemers, all of you. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining us this evening, man. It's been chill. It's been very much lovely. Please do let me know if we can improve anything, as this is the first one as well. Parmo, good to see you again, my dude. Let us get prepped for the raid. congregation has arrived. There we go. I think that should be like a, nice and easy one. Big shout out to Kaz is the name for the raid. Big love. I'll probably be on Discord a little bit more this week since I'm doing a lot of PC work, not a lot of painting in my spare time. But yeah, let's go raid Studio J7. Prop that shit up in his chat as well. Copy pasta that, baby. I'm Fixa. Thank you so much for the resub. Big love to you, my guy. Thank you so much for the follow, Pascal. Danny, thank you for the resub. And everybody else, thank you so much for following. I love y'all. Let's go there and let's hype up his chat. Y'all have a fucking amazing day, and I'll see you all on Wednesday. Ciao, bellos!
Spool your bark